Yo, Internet, welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show. You know, there are a few things that I really like about My Hero, and early on, the thing that actually kind of slowly makes me start to like the show more and more is the fact that they do kind of get into where every one of the of our students in Class B are. You know, where basically we kind of go from who basically has the best grades all the way down to who has the worst grades. Of course, you know. And we do kind of have a very little silly moment early on where everybody's sort of playing off of everybody. And they're all trying their hardest to kind of figure out what is this midterm exam going to be. You know, which basically, you know, it's funny to watch the stupid people versus basically the versus the witty people and shit. You know, it's kind of back and forth, and I really like it. You know, but again, also on top of that too is like they did kind of add a bit of world building stuff in this episode, where basically we did have Midnight, and also we have the gigantic lady. I think it's the giant lady. They're both talking, so like they were on a news panel talking about basically heroes who kind of wear revealing clothing, like in their costumes, before that kind of was a law that they kind of had to cover up, you know, for censors and whatnot. Whereas at Midnight really did have a good point before the giant lady kind of jumped into this whole weirdo thing of her trying to call her old and, you know, trying to become the greatest hero due to her sex appeal and shit, you know, and that she's younger and shit. Is that Midnight did have a good point that basically some heroes, they wear the costumes that they wear because, you know, like clothing kind of obstructs their powers. Because if I think about it, I think Midnight's power is her releasing like a certain pheromone that kind of weakens people. So that's kind of why she has said that's kind of why she had to tear her suit when Midoriya and everybody else were kind of going crazy like during the exams and shit. So of course, you know. So all the funny shit and all the goofy shit out of the way. What is the meat and potatoes of this episode? And it is, well, Aizawa has basically announced that, well, yeah, for their midterms, they're not fighting they're not fighting robots, they're fighting heroes, or heroes specifically designed around their grades, their personalities, and how they get along with others. And in a sense that basically he broke it down that basically Todoroki is powerful, but like going from the past, he's kind of aggressive and kind of shotguns through and shit. Whereas basically a character like Yozuru, she is a capable jack of all trades, but she lacks the motivation to kind of go through and basically like handle shit or take the initiative. She doesn't have the ability to do that. So again, he has to go up against those to kind of force them to face their weaknesses. And in a sense, which brings us to basically the biggest one of all, and the only one that was really revealed and kind of really went into, was that Bakugo and Midoriya, because again Bakugo just doesn't like Midoriya. So again, how can we fix this? They fight All Might. You know, they fight the greatest hero of all, you know. And of course they're gonna limit themselves and everything, but again, they need to overcome those weaknesses or else they fail the exam, you know. And of course, the first ones we see doing this, of course, we see Kirishima and Sato going up against Cementos, and they kind of really didn't try, man, to kind of go against their weakness. They kind of just went for the thing of just overuse my powers until, you know, I can't use them anymore, which is a problem which that did actually cost Kirishima the fucking loss, man, like during the UA thing against the little tournament and shit. So again, they didn't learn their lesson. But But we will be seeing a hero fight every week, or at least we get to see like all these fights play out as the weeks go on. You know, so that's basically where that ends. And until then, that is what I gotta say about that. Tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Graves show. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games.